Hey everybody, this is Dave Lee from Across Steampunk, and thank you for joining us. This is part 4 of our 4-part series where we introduce you to some makers who are building our own large props vehicles to be debuted at the Atlanta Steampunk Expo, February 10 to 12 in, that's right, Atlanta, Georgia. So one of the things we've been talking about too is our big event at Atlanta Steam Expo, which is the deathmatch races. And the deathmatch races are a comical event where we review our vehicles and we compete amongst each other in a friendly manner. Here's a picture from last year out on the parking lot where we competed, where we have 3 different courses. We've added a 4th obstacle, which will be called the Darwin Award, where John Strangeway will take each one of our vehicles around a lap around the course, and those that survive win a Darwin Award, because the strong shall survive. So night 1, we got to see where Mike Parodi of Master Creations and Hatcross Steampunk was at with his Steampunk Flying Saucer. Night 2, we got to see Dr. Jeff Church of Hatcross Steampunk, who's working on his Venusian Land Rover, moon landing rover thing. And I think to this point, the fastest vehicle that we are going to see at Atlanta Steam Expo. Then we took a few nights off because COVID kicked my butt and Mike's butt and a few other people's. And then last night we reconvened for episode 3, where we talked about my steampunk anglerfish spaceship. And which brings us to tonight, where we will get to finally see the ship that Sherri and John Lehmbeck are building to be debuted at ASE. And those of you that were ASE at Atlanta Steam Expo last year, you got to see their amazing creation, the Nightingale Steampunk Ambulance. It was quite an epic vehicle, so we're very excited to see what's behind the 2 of them. And so Sherri, John, tell us what you got.
Well, you could call it a barrel of laughs. You could call it a horseless saddle. You can call it anything you want, but we haven't named it yet, so we're just calling it the ship.
The rocket ship.
The rocket ship.
Yep.
And it has been quite the journey that we've been on with this. I think I was looking, and I think we started on January 24th.
Nope, we did not start at January 24th, because that is today.
Yeah.
But, oh God. But no, so it kind of started with me getting all the ideas right after the convention last year, and heard it was going to be something about Venus, and then it switched to space, and then my mind went rolling, and John's eyes kind of rolled a little bit like, oh God, here we go again. I just told her no, but we're going to do it anyway. So tons and tons of ideas. Eventually I needed to decide what we wanted to build it on, and it was good advice given to us just to use the electric wheelchairs. And I went looking on Facebook Marketplace to find some, and I found 2 broken ones for $100 a piece after I talked them down, and I brought home 2 broken electric wheelchairs, and he fixed them and made them work.
Yep, took them apart, cleaned them up, put them together, and lo and behold, they worked.
So that was all you needed to do?
Money on that one.
That was all you needed to do, was just to take them apart and clean them?
I took it all the way down, took the electrics out, cleaned everything really good with contact cleaner, put it all back together. A couple little solders that were broke, and there we go.
Well, we also had to replace the batteries.
Well, that goes without saying.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
So, we did have to replace the batteries of the one that we're using. So,
usually when you get them, that's the first thing that the main problem it always is that they just have dead batteries. And, when you think about you're getting like a potentially like $1,000 to $2,000 wheelchair for whatever you paid for it. What did you pay for them, by the way?
So
$230.
no, it was $200 for 2 chairs. And he got both of them working. So I didn't know how to pick which one, because I didn't know which one was good and which one was not, or if there was a better one. So I talked him down, because he wanted $125 each for them, and I talked him down, like, I'll give you $200 for both, and then I could just bring them both home and, you know, cross my fingers and hope to die that he could get them working, and he did. So that worked out, because that's not my forte. I don't.
Not mine either.
What is now?
It is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is now.
It is now. So, yeah. So, yeah. So then we kind of decided, or I drew some things to get ideas going on how I wanted this thing to look, and how I want it to look, and how it can actually look are 2 different ways. Like, you can't look the way I have it in my head, because I don't know how to build that stuff. But what we have is kind of behind her.
So let's show them.
Yeah. Okay. And so here is the rocket ship. We do not yet have a name for her, but
She's a lot of fun.
she's a lot of fun. She's got some secrets we're not going to show just yet, but we do have our T here, and then our this isn't set. Our console's not set yet, but our console light is
Like your dashboard.
yep, it's got a lighted dashboard. So this is this. Here's a saddle that we found at a
Awesome. That's a good idea. I like that.
at a thrift shop there, and John rigged it up for me to sit on.
Sort of.
Kind of, sort of. It's dangerous getting in and out of it, but it'll work.
So,
yeah.
Is that actual real wood?
Yeah, so we build things. You guys do metal and plastics and stuff. Wood is what we use, because that's what we know. We did branch out into some metal this time.
Yeah.
Broke out my soldering gun and remembered how to use it, and my torch, and didn't burn the house down.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Bonus.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
I do love the fact that you actually use wood, and it looks really, really good. I like the contrast of the dark wood and the gold, and then the silver. That's a really nice touch. I like the wings too. Those are really make it look like a awesome, like Flash Gordon, rocket ship or something. Very cool.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So, yeah.
What's the rocket thrusters on the back?
What's that?
The rocket thrusters on the back, he said.
Thrusters on the back.
Oh, yes. Well, okay, sorry.
Well, let me just turn it around so it's in the light.
No, it's in the light. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not skilled at using the camera this direction, so. But if you want to turn it, babe, you can. Just careful for the fire.
Yeah, like a dashboard ain't down yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the zero turn really they can be quite the audience hazard.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking about 8 feet.
Yeah, because I'm really going to take some people out when I start turning this thing around. It's, yeah, just don't get behind me, because if I can't see you, you're going down if I've got to turn.
Maybe you need some rear view mirrors on the front fuselage so you can see behind you.
That's a good idea.
Got a couple right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motorbike.
Okay. Well, wait, you're going to give up your,
No, I'm going to let you borrow one.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
That might be a nice touch, the rear view mirrors on there.
So what we kind of needed to do is we had to figure out how we were going to, build this barrel shape right here. And I wanted to use, I wanted it to be kind of barrel-like with the slats on it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how I could do that. I want to say affordably, but there's really nothing affordable about the big builds unless you have a big stockpile, and we don't have a big stockpile. So
You spend the money early or you spend it at the same time.
right, either way.
Yeah.
So we decided to get, what is this, beadboard? Just some beadboard, and
No, it's actually plywood that's been milled, extruded. It's extruded plywood. quarter inch.
Okay. I might have the wrong word, but the texture I thought was beadboard, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, so we cut that into little strips and sanded it and stained it, and one by one kind of stuck them on, and that's how we kind of got the barrel shape there.
Awesome.
And,
If you don't mind me saying it, it looks like a barrel of laughs dry.
That's what I started off with. It's our barrel of laughs.
How about a
So
barrel
much
of monkeys?
Yeah, you could wear
Yes.
like a monkey costume and be like, it's a barrel of monkeys.
Oh, you could be a winged monkey.
And you can wear a hat.
You can wear a hat. There
I
you
can wear a
go.
monkey hat.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I got one.
I'm gonna stand this
You
up
see,
farther
you see
away.
how Dave
here.
and I feed off each other?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to raise this thing up and get some distance on us. All right, babe, what do you want to share?
Well, we'll talk a little bit about our building process.
What's your process?
Well, when we come up with an idea, we get back in the frame here.
Speak up a little bit, bud.
Yeah,
John,
when we
speak
come
up. Can't hear you.
Come
Speak
closer.
up.
We don't
Yeah.
have a good mic.
When we come up with an idea,
Ta-da!
it usually starts off with us going to antique stores and not really knowing what we're looking for. We just have a vague idea, and we just kind of walk around and go, "What do you think about this?" No. What do you think about that? Well, maybe, and then we'll come back and forth. It's like with the saddle. It's not what we envisioned or what she envisioned.
But it works great.
But I saw it. I was like, "Nah, this is it. Got to use this."
Yeah, that was a great choice.
Yeah.
This year we got lucky. We only hit just the one antique mall, right? I think it was just the
I
one.
think it was just the one. Yeah.
And we found everything that we needed at that time for this build during that 2-hour little shopping spree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walked out of there a few pennies lighter than we went in there.
Just a few.
But with a whole car full of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of which is still laying around this room. not to
Oh,
be
wait,
used
it
this
gets
time.
worse. It gets
Oh
worse.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you our chaos theory, but it works for us. It's not as bad as Dave's.
Bad.
He showed us last night.
Dave, your garage is epic. I love all your bins.
It's too much chaos for me.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
a
it.
little,
I'm here for it.
I
A bit
can't
much
live
chaos.
in chaos. I gotta
Yeah.
have clean.
So how fast do you think that thing is going to go?
Well, this one has actually got the variable speed control built in. And I'm guessing because we're using wood and it's hollow this year, or at least right now it's hollow. No secrets to be let out.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't weigh more than 200 pounds,
Maybe.
maybe 200.
So it might
Yeah.
go how fast?
So it's rated, the chair's rated for 300 pounds.
So 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
cool. Yeah, I like the way, I like your math.
Yep.
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 1 mile an hour for each pound.
That's right.
Amen.
That's how we do it. Yep. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to go as fast as the Nightingale. But Gabby, if you have the video that I sent you about my two girls riding around in the chairs, you can kind of see a little bit of the fun and the speed that it gets when you get two dummies riding around on these little fast things. I don't know if you can pull that video up or
She
not.
says I couldn't get it to convert. Sorry.
Oh, nope. Okay, so there's no video to see. But yeah, 200 miles an hour, easy. Like
Okay. All
easy.
right.
Jeff, look
Cool.
out.
Good. I like a challenge.
And I tested it out New Year's Eve. Gave all the neighbors
Before
a
or
big
after
laugh.
drinking?
Oh yeah, I was drinking and driving. I had my
Yeah,
beer in my hand.
Good.
You know, you got to
Need
check
that
the
inhibition to
safety,
go
right?
away when you're going to do something silly.
So one of the other things that we were notorious for in these 2 years we've been doing this is we don't know what the center of gravity is on anything we make.
Nope.
Have no clue.
What's the point of that?
So right now it's precarious. We're hoping that when Sherri's sitting in it, that we can still steer it. Our initial tests say we're good, but I don't know if we hit a bump, what's going to happen. So
There's only one way to find out. And
that's
the best
right.
way to find out is
Yeah.
at the con.
So
For sure.
we're still adding heavy weight to the back.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Robert,
That's where the Darwin Awards come in.
Yeah. So
Right.
we've got our aft thruster, and this probably weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Or 4, but yeah, 10 pounds.
That'll work, you know.
Yeah.
That's an extra 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, it
easily.
might take
It's definitely going to have us, you won't even see us, you know, like we're going to be there and back before the gun goes off.
That's right.
Cool.
Speed of light
Absolutely. For sure.
with our secret rocket fuel that we're mass producing right now
Yeah.
at some factory in China.
So John makes the frames for me to kind of decorate. And if there's something maybe I just don't feel like doing, he'll do it. And then stuff I don't know how to do, he will do it. And so some of that is electrical, like I've learned some electrical this build. He's done a lot of electrical, a lot of tears and sweat. This camera thing, I'm not good at it. Sorry, guys. But he's definitely done a lot to help. I do a lot of the design and a lot of what I pulled a lot from building the Nightingale over the past 2 years, because it took about that since COVID hit right in the middle of it. But and I don't know if you want to show any of those pictures, Gabby. Do you have any of those? Because there will never be another like Nightingale again. Maybe those won't convert either. I don't know.
She's got the picture.
Yes, there they are.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So there's my Nightingale on the outside there, and my daughter's in the driver's seat on the picture on the right there, and that John built the whole frame for that, all out of wood, and a lot of colorful words and yeah, just a lot of cross fingers and duct tape, and yeah. So he built the frame, and then I just kind of took elements from all over and the depths of my imagination to create our glowing green battery pack there. I wanted it to be electric eels, but that didn't happen. So the green goo is what I was able to come up with. And then here on the inside, everything was wood on the inside, but wood was too heavy. So I had to paint all the wood panels on styrofoam to keep the weight down, since it was a golf cart and we added so much weight to it.
I had to up the motor on that thing.
He did have to up the motor on it for sure. And then here's us kind of going through our build here, taking everything apart, cleaning it, and the different stages of what we've done. There I am in my red sweatshirt, which is my my uniform while I do these builds in the cold. It's my nasty, dirty sweater.
Do you have actuators on that to lift up the nose?
I do.
Awesome.
I do have an actuator on that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we weren't. I guess you wanted to show it right now.
I don't mind that.
Okay. Well, okay. So
See,
John's
I got
going to
a
lift up
sharp
the
eye.
actuator, Gabby, if you would like to show. So some of the inspiration on this was Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin rocket, which looks a little bit phallic, and so I kind of wanted to a little bit design this to kind of, I don't know, nod to his little Blue Origin's penis rocket. So I wanted this one to be able to kind of go up when it gets heavy, or when I see something that I like, I can just kind of, oh, hang on, I got to use this camera thing again. Nope, that's not how. There we go. So it'll kind of go up. Nope, we're just going to take it off. It'll go up a little bit when we see something that's kind of fun.
Now it's in the center of gravity, by the way.
Yeah, now it's good.
Now it's not going to flip.
Nope, not a bit.
Race it like that. You should be
Wait.
happy when you're racing.
Oh, I plan on it.
The same way.
I plan on it. I'm
Okay.
going to be super, super happy and super racy. Yep, it's going to be great. So
The faster you go, the more excited you get, and then the more it leans up like that.
absolutely. And then as I watch, I don't know, maybe like when John Strangeway is driving your builds and they're kind of falling apart, little pieces behind, my little rocket will go.
Of course. Probably not going to last through that.
Ours is definitely going to last through it. It's solid wood.
Not the stories I've heard, it won't.
It's gonna.
Yeah. Never underestimate the strange way. Hey, so I got some questions. Get some questions from the audience.
How much does Strangeway weigh? We don't know. He's probably like 5 pounds like me.
He's about 260.
Yeah.
He might not be.
Oh no, he's about 240, I think. Sorry.
Well,
So I got some questions from the audience there,
You're not gonna be
Sherri.
able to get in it because you're sitting on my fur supports there,
Sorry. Got a big butt.
and you cannot lie.
Can't lie.
Nope. Nope.
So,
nope.
Sherri, I got some questions from the audience.
Okay.
The first one was kind of for us in general, which was which day of the expo will the races be held? Will the builds be around when they are bot racing? I don't know about the bot racing bit, but I do know that we are racing at some point in time.
Not racing.
Oh, not racing.
Yeah, I think the builds are going to be out
Oh, yeah,
for
okay.
show.
So
Yeah.
if now that I understand the question better, Lynn, so the builds will be on display throughout the whole weekend. The races will be on Saturday. I just don't know the exact time yet. And then Robert Beecraft, who's in his own right an amazing maker as well up here on the East Coast, he suggested that you make some tea cookie bombs that you could potentially chuck from the rocket since you had the tea
I
thing
do
there.
like that. We do have some concealed weaponry that we haven't discussed yet. I don't know if we're going to, but I do like the cookie bomb idea. That's pretty creative.
She will be quite armed, so watch out.
We're hoping if we can get my ideas to work.
It'll
That's
work.
always the
I'll make it work.
that's always the thing.
We
is
got to
where
decide if weapons are going to be allowed because I got to have time to make flamethrowers, air cannons. I mean, there's all kinds of.
so many things. So many things. Yeah.
We can't forget our secret rocket fuel the Chinese company's making for us.
I already forgot it.
I did.
I forgot to remember.
The super secret rocket motors over around the world.
So you're saying your ship is flammable?
Hey, it's wood, whatever. Go out with a bang.
It's so flammable. Don't set it on fire.
Yeah.
Robert also says he suggests wearing a helmet because 200 miles an hour with a tight turn radius will be a fantastic video.
Yes, he's not wrong. Absolutely, yes.
Oh, look at that.
Good-
Me and
good call.
Gabby are right mentally in sync. Or that might
John's
be
putting on his
Rebecca.
helmet now from World War One.
No, this is Vietnam.
That's a World War II.
Never mind. Nope, Vietnam helmet. My bad. I got it. Yeah, you had the. Where's the World War One?
It hurts my head. I'll wear this one.
Okay, that one. Yeah.
I actually wore this for the first 5 years of my military career.
Yeah, you used to be able to shave in those.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I know.
I even got a
And they
new
went to
helmet
the
liner
Kevlar, so
that I
it was no
stole
fun.
from somebody.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Or it's another prop for your rocket. It's you're on the phallic rocket, and what do? You grunt. So
Oh no.
Wait. What?
this is a grunt helmet.
Infantry all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if it's able to fit on it when I'm done. I don't know if it's gonna work. I've got a couple more things to add to the seat area. We'll see if
We'll see if you fit.
I'm gonna fit.
Better.
I will. I'm
Have
gonna.
to hire someone to drive this thing.
So I'm a lady and I have my little tea service, but I want my derriere to be comfy when I sit on it. So I'm going to line the saddle with some white fur
Yeah,
and make it all extra steampunky bougie because I can.
that's
That's
right.
So, I don't know.
How's the saddle attached?
Oh, well.
Oh, this was an element of great dispute for us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have to pull off. Okay, hang on. Just Just a minute.
Did you
I got
hot brew it?
No.
We're not done with
No. I was showing Jeff this piece the other day. This is my tight corners piece, and this is what's going to support some of the back part of the seat. And it's just very rough hewn because that's how I roll. But the actual seat
Looks
is
amazing.
attached. It's so good.
With turnbuckles.
With those things. Wait, am I in
Oh,
view?
turnbuckles. Yeah.
Yeah, turnbuckles in the front, and then I used half eye hooks just in the front to hold
Yeah.
it all in place. It is solid.
Good. That's important.
It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, the first
You
one.
sound like Mike
It's
now.
intentionally offset for side saddle.
I thought about that. I really did think about maybe side saddling, and I might still have to. I don't know. It depends how it all comes together. We'll see. It's gonna be fun, that's for sure.
That's
It
exactly
sounds
right.
like
That's
it's a child
that's the
saddle,
main
so I'm
point.
trying to put my butt in
It
a
is
child
an English saddle.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a draft horse saddle.
Really?
Yeah, it's still got some of the harness connections on it. A lot of it's hidden underneath.
Yeah.
So we'll probably went on the lead horse in a team.
It's a
Okay.
nice touch. I like the saddle. Being a horseman, I like that.
Yeah, good find.
For sure. So today I'm kind of at the next step of the build where I am putting all my little rivets on, which is just my little split peas here. So that's just a time-consuming process that I was working on today.
It is.
We're gonna start calling those Sherri rivets.
Is that what they are? Hot mess rivets?
Yep, Sherri. We'll actually put them in the catalog as that, so that
Okay.
you can order.
I'll just send them a bag of split peas. Sounds good.
Exactly,
Yep.
and spray paint and split.
No, not even spray paint because I got to do them all by hand to get them antiqued and stuff. So
Oh.
I can't spray them first.
Yeah, last year we had about 1,500 of them.
At least.
Me and the daughter
At
put those
least.
on. Sherri did just painted behind us.
At least 1,500. There's so many split peas on that last build. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, on the
So many.
Nightingale. That was
Yeah.
impressive.
That was a lot of split peas. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. So we do have some little ideas. Maybe a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
Just a teeny little. Okay, I'll give you a little sneak peek of some of the stuff that we're wanting to maybe like really make it fun. We can just do the front. So
Okay.
hang on, put this down first. So
I love your fins with the holes through them. That's really a nice touch.
thank you. Don't look too closely because it's
Is that
Jeff didn't
PVC
make it.
through? That's PVC through them to give the nice ribbed effect.
yeah, PVC would have been a really great choice. That's not the one that I made.
What
No,
are
Darn,
they?
I
no,
wish we
that's
thought
too
about
high-end for
PVC
me.
pipe fittings.
I'm a hot mess, so I use my hot mess ingredients. All right, so just a little baby sneak peek right here is well, I don't even know when. I can't even line it up. Here we go. Yep. Okay. And that's enough. So in here, we're going to have
Stuff.
some of my little things, my little surprises. So that'll be fun.
I like it.
But it's front and back because a nurse has got to have her supplies. And she's got to have a way of coping with a hard day at the end. So that will be included in this build.
Awesome.
So it's
Good
a
old
bar.
healthy coping.
You got Dave's attention.
I mean, it looks like a keg a little bit.
There
I'm
you
just-
go.
Mm.
There's not going to be a keg in there though, so
No, 'cause that's
get
too
your
heavy.
hopes up. Yeah. No, well, I mean, we are kind of our center of gravity. Could probably use that. So yeah, right in the back. Mm-hmm.
There you
Yep.
go.
So it's off center front to back. Is that
It's not off center at all. What are you talking about?
the balance point is
Oops.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
Nothing,
Not at
nothing
all.
to worry
man.
about,
It's
guys.
those quick stops you got to worry about.
Don't get any ideas. Everything's fine.
Okay.
John,
Safety first.
babe, you're giving them
Safety
ammunition against
fifth,
our kills.
sixth,
They don't
something.
know the secret weapon.
Are those roller bearings on the dash?
Or what?
What are the gear-like items on the dash?
These are pastry tart dishes.
Oh, that's great. That is awesome.
Yes. Yes.
See, you're amazing.
Yeah. Because all my gadgets and gizmos don't work because that's too much brain power for me. I'm an ICU nurse. I'm not a gadget and gizmo builder. But Jeff, if you ever would like to build me some gadgets and gizmos that do stuff out of my pastry tartlet holder things.
That
Please
is
do.
amazing.
Yep.
So, quick story. When we were building the Slave 1, we needed some stuff to put on the sides. And because I was spending time traveling back and forth, I would eat at fast food places. And I went back to my car. They were cleaned. But I went and grabbed 2 tubs from Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's right, just like that.
Yeah.
And I brought them out of the car, and Dave's like, "What are you doing with those?" I said, "You put them on the side, you spray paint them. They'll look cool." He thought, it's not going to work. And then we put them on there. He's like, "Oh, those look pretty cool." So
Does it look good?
yeah, it did.
It did, yeah.
Slave 1 is now gone, but
Oh.
yes, it looked good. So
That's awesome.
way to go, Sherri.
I think it looks awesome. Oh, so what did you do for the ribbing around the holes in those front fins?
Oh, yeah, so I took one of them drilly doos, that drills the bigger holes.
Yeah.
And drilled
hole
that
saw.
through some 1/2-inch foam board and then just lined it with more like EVA foam because that's
it
all I
looked
had.
Great.
It was just so it was so rough from the hole
From the hole saw.
the hole saw. That's what it is. Yep.
That's what they're called.
But it really adds a lot to it to have those in there. That's amazingly good.
Yeah. It is cool.
I like that.
And it adds
Again,
a
don't
little
look too
extra
close.
dimension to that hole. That's good. And you know what? If you had planned to do that with the PVC fittings, you would have had to sit there and go, okay, so I need a 2.5-inch one and a 2-inch one and a 1.5-inch one and a 1-inch one. And
You don't have that chart on your wall, Mike?
You would, yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, mine's up in here and there's no chart and I don't even use a ruler. I just kind of like wrap the EVA foam around. I'm like, oh, that's close. And I cut it and then I estimate
Like
it from
Dave.
there. Dave gets it.
Yeah, Dave gets it. Dave's like,
Dave
hey.
gets it.
Yeah.
Preach,
Yeah.
sister, preach.
Yeah, because, there's none of this micrometer stuff for us.
See, you've learned a new word already just hanging out with me.
I learned so much from you, Jeff. Like, so much. So much.
Micrometers and calipers and
Yeah.
slide
My
rules.
language is fine. The little whirly, holy, dooly things. And
Yeah.
it gets the
I
job
don't-
done.
Yeah, but just put it in perspective. I don't save lives in my job. So
I'm sure you do, because what you do is you teach people to do really cool things, which I'm sure translates to save lives somehow, some way in the world.
yeah, you see it kind of directly. I think your knowledge is a little more important. Hey, for your light, the light that you're putting on the dashboard, your lamp. Have you thought about putting a rare earth magnet on the bottom of it, and then magnets in a couple of places so you could position it, but still pick it up and move it, but it would stick where it was supposed to be?
Yeah. Rare earth magnets are in my Amazon cart right now.
Yep. They're perfect.
Yep.
Wow.
Go order the rare earth magnets.
What is your little satellite dish that John was spinning a few minutes ago? What's that?
It's a vegetable.
Vegetable steamer. Yep.
Can you,
Yeah, you can, but oh, okay.
It ain't attached yet.
Yep. It's just my little. So that's all. It makes me think of that. What is it? Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Little head thing there. Yeah.
And it's sitting in a lamp base.
Yeah. And this is a balloon holder there. That's what that is. Yeah. I wish I knew how to put a motor on it to make it spin, but
I got it.
But I don't know how to do that.
I got an idea.
But John has an idea now.
John has an idea.
Got ordered out of Amazon yesterday.
There you go. It was a surprise. You weren't supposed to know about it, but too late now.
I can't let her, no, because it might not work, and I'll have to work on it in secret.
Yeah.
You're gonna work on this in secret?
I do stuff out here all the time. You don't see me do it.
That's so cute.
He does it in
I
secret.
love that.
Hey, Dave,
I'll let you know.
maybe next year for the con, we should do a workshop on stepper motors and servos.
I want a class on Arduinos.
Arduino, yes.
Step 1 of the class, Mike, and say the name right.
I know what I meant, and so did Jeff. So communication
happened.
I just want a vocabulary lesson of what those words mean.
I just can't imagine the massive, incredible, awesome builds you would do with that with the stuff you already have.
Yeah. So, Jeff, what do you think? I will send you all of my ideas, and then you will make it happen next year in your build. And then I don't have to build anything. I'll just have really cool, little nuggets and ideas. And then you make them all happen.
Yeah, mine looked boring, though. I mean,
no, well, that's
so
where I
much
come
more
in. Is I'll
creative.
make it look hot, messy.
Yeah, then you have to add the paint and all the cool stuff onto it.
Yeah.
Just make sure the center of gravity's off. That's our modus operandi.
Yeah.
The thing I keep coming back to in steampunk, and I think I said it last night, is every maker, doesn't matter just the 4 of us or 5 of us, every maker has a different way of looking at a problem set and a concept and comes up with a totally different.
And they're all right.
And they're
I think it's so neat. Yeah.
They all end up looking neat. They all end up having a great look and they work. And that's what I like about steampunk. And I like about steampunk, you use a colander to steam your vegetables and it becomes an antenna,
And when you get to the con, no matter what you try, nobody's going to look at you and go, oh, you only did that. I mean, because everybody has value and everybody does cool stuff.
And that's the other thing about steampunk too.
Yeah.
I feel confident with the way that we build. I have to laugh at it so often because it is so piecemealed and it is so
fun.
It's so, I will call it elementary, but it's so fun trying to figure out how to do these little silly things, with my little parts and pieces, I look at Dave and Mike, and they've been doing this for years, and they make these great creations, and y'all were inspirations for me. And then I look at Jeff, and he's building everything down to the nanometer or whatever, and
I see some Venusian life in the background.
And I'm over here with crayons, I'm building too, guys.
But you were inspirational last year. I mean, really to the point of I probably would not have built this year had you not done such an impressive job last year that it was just like, wow, that was amazing.
That is such a sweet thing to say. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, and the other thing is you don't know who you impressed with your building capabilities and who is going to go off. Just like Dave was talking last night about Diana, somebody came to the con and saw what you did and said, I want to do that. Like Jeff, maybe, just maybe other people are going to show up at ASE with vehicles that we don't know anything about.
That'd be cool, huh?
That would be awesome.
That'd be so awesome.
There are two other builds that are coming that are going to compete in the deathmatch races. So it's not just the 4 of us. There are 2 other people. Yeah.
Well, how come they're not here? Where are they?
Well, I just found out about them. I was talking to Gabby yesterday about it, but one person that Mike and I will reach out to, and I'm sure Jeff does as well quite often for tech assist and inspiration, is actually on watching us live right now on Facebook, and that's Stephen Chapman. And
oh Lord,
I love
he
him.
gave a thumbs up for saying awesome. And then Robert Beecraft asked, he said, simple electronics would be nice for me. Like, how do you take a 12-volt string of lights and connect it to your power supply vehicle without blowing the whole thing up? I'm sure that there is a simple set of parts for all of that. So to answer your question, Robert, is that there will be a panel on simple electronics and with hyperlinks of where to buy everything and the prices that I will be giving, and I will try to wrangle in some of these fine folks here on this thing tonight on. And then you can go, that would be like your 101 course. And then there's like a 201 or maybe 301 course that Diana Valdez is going to give about wearable electronics. So you definitely want to catch that panel as well. And I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of other stuff as well. I know Brett King is going to be giving panels. And so Brett, you never know what you're going to get with Brett. It's just the one thing that's consistent
awesome.
is just, amazing stuff. So he's kind of the king of panels is what I say.
Awesome.
We do have coming up on some time. So let me just plug the website again. Make sure you're going to AtlantaSteampunkExpo.com for all of your hotel booking needs and information about all of the many guests that are going to be there, because we're just the tip of the iceberg, folks. There's all kinds of stuff going on, musical guests, artists, you name it, it's going to be there, and we're going to have a blast. We just need you to buy your tickets and come on and join us. And so Mike
come see the vehicles in person. You can poke around and look at them. There's a lot of details you cannot see on the videos.
Well, and all four of us still have quite a bit to do before we.
Yeah, we do.
2 weekends.
So, yeah,
Two more weekends. That's right. That's more than enough time. Sure.
Right. I don't have wheels on it right now. The whole thing's out on the floor in pieces.
Yeah. Well, I've got the saucer tied down to the base. Well, kind of, sort of. And now I'm starting to put stuff on there. So
I'm still welding.
How are you attaching it?
Remember the pictures I showed you last night with the rings? I actually have rope that goes to rings and cleats on the box, and then that wasn't holding it. It was still going blah, 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 blah. So I have tie down ratchets that you tighten up. Okay.
I'd heard you said you didn't have any ratchets that were going to work, so you found some that'll work?
I found some string. They're called string ratchets or rope ratchets instead of the flat ones you use to put a vehicle, So we'll try those.
Awesome.
Hey,
awesome.
550 paracord circled around a couple of times. It's a couple 1,000 pounds. It should work.
It'll work.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I hope everybody who's watching this has sound, because if they're not, all they're seeing is our mouths moving and then Sherri and Mike making this gesture quite often. It's like, not sure what they're thinking.
What gesture are we making?
Mike was doing this whole ratchet thing like this, and a little shake weight movement there.
Shake weight.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
That's right.
Don't talk like that. My rocket's getting excited. It's just really slow.
Cool, I was wondering what you use the double pole, double throw switch for. Now I know that's to you move your actuator up and down. So you can say all you want about how you don't know these tech things, but we can call you a liar now because we see it.
That's
okay. So I learned that one bit, but now I'm over here like, okay, well, I want to put lights, I want to put sounds, I want a custom horn, I want flashing lights, I want a rave scene under the hood. Like I want some party animal stuff on my build, but I have all these ideas and I don't know actually how to make them happen. So Jeff, call me.
Something easy that a hack that a lot of people do is go to the Goodwill or those type of stores and look for children's toys that
Yep.
make the sounds you want and tear them apart. And there's a pre-made board, and usually they run off a standard battery supply, either 6 or 12 volt, or 9, depending on what they are. And all you have to do is figure out how to move the buttons to where you can get to them.
And sometimes you don't even have to tear the toys apart. And
there's always fun to tear the poor toys apart.
No, when you see my dashboard when it's finished, it's got a kid's toy right in the middle of it.
Buzz Lightyear doesn't count. But Sherri, I mean, think about all the the kids, especially the ride-on toys and stuff. Make a lot of the noises you're looking for. In fact, I've got at least one of those on my vehicle now.
Oh yeah.
So, and I can
a
show
kid's
you guys.
Toy?
Well, the guts out of it, but yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Rebecca wants to see us make a vehicle that's got the cow moo in it.
Sure, that would be easy.
Yeah, Jeff, make your vehicle moo.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, my driver would love that. You're trying to get me shot.
And Robert thinks that Sherri, you should put in a fart machine into your rocket.
That's a good idea.
They had those, the Minion fart gun. Remember those?
Right.
Yep. That's perfect.
Go.
I think my daughter actually owns a fart gun because she's cool like that.
Yeah. Well, somebody is borrowing it.
And a lot of the toys now have motion sensors to them. Dave, the hammer we did for that build has a hammer crashing sound when you stop it quickly, and that all came from a toy.
I love that.
They have the accelerometer built in, the speakers built in.
And here I thought you used a programming board and got it all working and had a motion sensor in there. Now we find out you tore apart some poor kid's toy.
I thought it was like a little mini Bill Gates right inside, just making everything happen.
Some builds, that's the way it goes.
Yep.
He was busy creating COVID. Is that what I heard?
Let's don't go there. Let's don't go there.
Sorry, just kidding. Yeah, we are at our coming up on our time limit. So I know that Robert P. Kraft has been blowing up the chat over here, talking about if ratchets don't work, look at some screw turnbuckles, which we know works because that's what John used on the saddle. And then he's got 2 strings of Frankenstein light strings that are battery operated that would go on a vehicle or other construct. I just don't want to have battery packs all over the. Yeah, so we can talk in that panel too, because that's one of the things that I say about it in that panel a lot is trying to get everything on one battery pack, and and then you could have it in like the ones that I use fit in a leather ammo pouch, so it's pretty easy to conceal that and run everything for a whole weekend. Easy to recharge, lithium ion. So
and most of those string lights like that run off of like right at 4.5, 5 volts. And so a 6 volt, the lead acid for like little kids' toys are $10 at Walmart. They're, this size, and they'll run forever on one charge. One of those strings takes like 0.02 amps, and that thing has a massive amount of charge to it and very cheap.
How do you know this?
Because he looks at it.
Look on the bottom of the plate.
Because I have like 20 strings of lights on my vehicle.
Dave's going to come over and help me the last weekend.
I just have fire on mine.
I don't have that.
You have fire?
I don't. Not yet, but now we're talking weaponry, and so
we have fire technology. Do you have fire technology?
No, I don't have fire technology.
The
All right,
flying-
Tom Hanks.
I'll add it
my
this weekend.
flying saucer is on a mission of peace.
That's good.
Well, we'll leave
Mine's
it in
on a
peace.
mission of chaos and parties.
I know that.
Yeah.
Which piece is your saucer in, Mike?
One piece.
One piece. That's good.
Let's see
For
after the Darwin Awards. We'll count again.
Yeah.
We'll count again.
Yeah, good old Strange Way.
How
Well,
many pieces do you think yours will be, Dave?
if I'm not letting John touch mine, I don't care about winning the Darwin Award.
Exactly.
Oh, be brave, John. Be brave, Dave.
No, I know that he'll end up. Actually, I know he's not going to be able to drive mine, so he'll have to be the passenger in the front because to get into the driver's seat, it's a bit of a climb. So
I'll just take the stepladder with me because you can't get into the saucer unless you get up on a stepladder to get in.
You can just pick me up, Dave, and put me in.
And I know Dave's not going to be able to drive mine because I barely fit in.
Watching you get in that saucer, Mike, I still giggle when I recall it. Like, it just makes me happy inside watching you try to get in that. It was great.
It's like watching an Oompa Loompa try to crawl on top of an elephant.
That's how I feel like I am when I'm getting in my build, so it's all good.
It's
I'll
all
be
fun.
doing it in a corset, so
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
thanks. I thought I saw a question about somebody asking if we were going to be in Key City. I know John and I are hoping to get to Key City this year. That'll be the first time we've been there, but
Dave and
I
I
don't
will
know.
be at Key City.
Will you guys be at Key City?
When
Yeah.
is it?
August sometime, I think.
August.
yeah, it's like August 12th to 14th, I think, in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So Mike and I are definitely going to be there. I hope it's okay that we're plugging another event, Gabby, but just mute my microphone if it's not. And but anyway, I muted it. That was
Okay.
But no, the fine folks at Key City are putting on a heck of an event, and Heroes and Villains, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. And so at least two of the vehicles that from ASA will be there. Hopefully, John and Sherri can make it, and we'll have to convince Jeff and Virginia or Jenny to come on up.
So we
But
can bring the same builds? We don't have to rebuild all over again?
it's heroes and villains. So nurses are heroes, rocket ship, penis rocket ship drivers are villains, clearly. So you're covered.
How is that a villain? That's heroism. Okay, Beavis.
They let us on camera.
We're digressing. Before we know it, we're going to be doing Monty Python impersonations here. But so I guess on that note, do check out the website, get your tickets, book your hotel rooms, and we will see you in, what is it, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
We have 2 weekends.
We have 2 weekends and a few days to get these vehicles done. And then they got to get loaded up in trailers and head to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
We can do this, right?
I successfully took mine apart last weekend. That's just, so I'm going to have a nervous
Just haven't
break.
successfully put it back together again.
I have a nervous breakdown before we.
Where did
You'll
this
be fine.
part go? Hey,
Yeah.
if you end up with extra parts, you're wrong, Jeff. Just saying.
That's how you know you did it right.
Yeah.
No, not if you built it from scratch.
You gotta have some leftover parts.
So
Well-
everybody come to Atlanta Steampunk to see if we actually got them done.
It would not be the first time that we showed up to an event where it was almost done, didn't work, the lights didn't work, it didn't drive, or
Couldn't get it
drove
out
and
of
had
the
no brake.
trailer.
Yeah.
Is this
Zip
is this the
ties.
setting?
Zip ties are your friends.
Is this the setting where I ask if I need to bring the Nightingale back? Were people wanting to see that one again, or just bring the current build?
Anybody would love to see the Nightingale.
Yeah, I think if the Nightingale's still in one piece, bring it if you can.
She's like underwater space. That's the same thing.
No. It's like Jeff's. It's a Venusian rover, land rover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mars base, Venus base still has to have an ambulance.
Yeah.
And, their atmospheres are pretty thick.
Right.
And caustic.
The kind of octopus and squid like are those Venetian.
She said, Gabby says, Bill's a pirate. He allows it.
Okay.
So you have the blessing.
Okay. Well, if we can fit both of them in the trailer, we'll bring
vehicles. You may not be able to walk down any of the hallways, but hey.
And I don't know if the Nightingale's going to fit inside. It won't.
Especially for driving them down all the hallways. Has anybody checked out the hotel? Is there like a loop in the hotel that we can do?
Gabby was going to look into that and talk to them about what we're allowed to do and everything. So I assured her that everything was electric, wheelchair
based. Elevator.
Huh?
Mine'll fit in an elevator.
Yeah.
Mine won't.
Take that bad boy to the second floor.
All right. I think that's it for us, Gabby.
All right.
Take us out.
Bye.
To quote Monty Python, he's not the Messiah, so piss off.
I'm feeling better.
Very nice.
It's incredible, Sherri.